Okay, you may have seen it. When buying a home, you can do a first and a second mortgage. But Dave, does it make sense to do it? What are the pros and cons? What do I need to know? Great questions. In this video, I'm gonna break it all down for you so you know if doing a first and a second mortgage is right for you. So a first and a second mortgage, right? This is gonna follow conventional mortgage guidelines for the most part. And you'll hear it called an 80-15, which is if you're buying a home and the first mortgage is 80% of the sales price, second mortgage would be 15% of the sales price, you're bringing 5%. You can hear 80-10s. You can have a whole bunch of combinations of those, but they'll call them a first and a second or an 80-15. Let's talk about the negatives or slightly negatives. It's going to have a slightly higher interest rate on the first mortgage sometimes, and the second mortgage is going to have a higher interest rate than the market, right? So let's say if rates are in the 6s, maybe the second mortgage has a rate in the 7s, depending on your situation. Let's dig into the positive. Number one, it does not have mortgage insurance. Think about that for a second. You're buying a home, putting 5% down payment, you have mortgage insurance. Breaking it up into two mortgages will help you avoid having mortgage insurance. You can waive your escrow account. So maybe if you're one of those people who's like, hey, I don't want my taxes and insurance in my payment, you know when it comes to conventional loans, you have to put down 20% to waive your escrow account. Not true with an 80-15 or first and second mortgage, things like that. Some additional benefits is you're avoiding a jumbo loan. So if you're buying $1 million home and the max conventional loan amount, let's say is around $800,000, you'd have to put down 20% to do a conventional loan. And jumbos also force you to do 20%. The benefit of the first and the second is now you could do a conventional loan for 80% and a second mortgage for $150,000. And now you're at 5% down on a jumbo mortgage. And you can even go past that. So into those higher price ranges, you can really limit your down payment by doing these first and seconds. You'll hear, hey, if you're buying a jumbo, home, you have to put down 20%. This is your workaround for that. Also, another example is, let's say you are buying your home and then you're gonna sell yours. Well, maybe you would do a first and a second, like I have with a client right now, who's then gonna sell their home and immediately pay off the second mortgage. And then you're only left with the first mortgage. That's another huge benefit to it also. So when it comes to first and second mortgages, there's a lot of benefits, right? No MI, waive the escrow account, avoiding jumbo, okay, and all of that. So if you're in that situation, these are some scenarios where it benefits you to look at it. And I personally would say, hey, I want to see both and then compare it. Think through. I have a client right now where we're doing exactly that. What does a regular conventional mortgage look like with 5% down payment? What does this first and second look like? What are my game plans down the line on what I plan to do? One thing is to pay off that second mortgage. Then you're only left with the first. Versus if it's one loan, you're stuck with that payment, right? In many scenarios. So first and second mortgages, fantastic option for many people and maybe people in your situation. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, I'd love to be your lender and stick around for this next one. I think you're gonna like it.